Welcome to another Telltale Books video. I'm Greg, and I'm getting back to my H.G. Wells series with his eighth work, published in October of 1892 in Gentleman's Magazine again. This is called Ancient Experiments in Cooperation, and this isn't a story, it's an essay, it's nonfiction, mostly opinion of Wells, and it's kind of a common sense thing. It's not as deep as I know Wells can get, and yet it's, I don't know, at his time it might have seemed really relevant um, to tell people this, that people maybe didn't take this quite as such common sense. The point of the essay was a discussion of how cooperation in groups can be found at all levels in biology. That it Wells started off by saying that it may not seem like cooperation um, was something inherent in biology and in species, because human beings go to war so much. But he went way, way, way back and started talking about life at the cellular level and how we are made up of these cells that all are operating in perfect cooperation with one another. And then he expands that out to larger systems and others and whole species, where there really is, when you look at it, when you go back to that basic level in biology, you do of course see that there is a great deal of cooperation in nature. And so non-cooperation seems then to be the exception to the rule. Interesting little article, quite short. Um, one of a number of articles like this that Wells wrote before he wrote very much fiction of any kind. And so I've been going through those to try and be thorough. I have it in this book, The Early Writings of H.G. Wells, Early Writings by H.G. Wells. It's an excellent little book, a little hard to get a hold of. I couldn't get one with a dust jacket on it. It was actually a library book. I spent 2 days pulling the library stickers off of this thing. Um, so that's number 8. If that sort of thing is of interest to you, like I say, to today's audiences, it's like, well, yeah, we all know that. But in 1892, maybe people generally didn't realize those things. And it was something at this time, Wells was studying very deeply, studying biology. And his next work in 1893 would be published with someone else. It's a textbook, and it's simply called Textbook of Biology. That one and the work after that, his honors physiography, I will not be doing videos on because frankly, I can't get a hold of copies of them. And I think those would be even more, um, I should say, less interesting to talk about on a channel like Telltale Books than Ancient Experiments in Cooperation. So I will be skipping those numbers 9 and 10 and going on extinction, number 11. That'll be my next H.G. Wells video, and that again will be another nonfiction article that he wrote. And well, what's cool about these little articles that I'm going through is you can see his thinking in these, how it relates to some of the stories and novels he wrote, especially some of the science fiction stories and novels that he wrote. Not so much Ancient Experiments in Cooperation, but others like On Extinction, and I think I mentioned Rediscovery of the Unique. Stuff like that does have a great relevance to what he did in his fiction. So it is illuminating on who H.G. Wells was, how he came to his ideas. So, have you read Ancient Experiments in Cooperation? Leave your comments about that or H.G. Wells. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Come on back. There's going to be a lot more H.G. Wells coming up, and I'll be here doing them.